Welcome to our exploration of the fascinating timeline of human history. In this video, we will journey through the key milestones that have shaped our species, from the emergence of Homo sapiens to the complexities of modern civilization. We'll delve into pivotal moments such as the agricultural revolution, the rise of empires, and the technological advancements that have transformed our lives. Our aim is to engage you with compelling narratives and intriguing facts that highlight the evolution of humankind. By the end of this video, you'll have a deeper understanding of how our past influences our present and future. So, buckle up as we embark on this enlightening adventure through time, uncovering the stories that define who we are today. Did you know that 13.5 billion years ago, everything we know started with a bang? That's right. Matter and energy burst into existence, setting the stage for the universe as we know it. Imagine a cosmic dance where atoms and molecules begin to form. This is the birth of physics and chemistry. As these tiny building blocks came together, they created the elements that make up stars, planets, and even us. From hydrogen fusing in the hearts of stars to the complex molecules that spark life, this was the beginning of everything. It's mind-blowing to think that all the matter around us, from the air we breathe to the ground we walk on, traces its origins back to that explosive moment in time. About 4 billion years ago, our planet Earth was just a fiery ball of chaos. Imagine a time when the surface was molten, and the atmosphere was filled with toxic gases. Sounds wild, right? But that's how our incredible journey began. As Earth cooled, it started to form a solid crust, and guess what? The Moon was born from a massive collision with a Mars-sized object. This cosmic event not only created our Moon but also stabilized Earth's tilt, which is crucial for our seasons. Over millions of years, water began to pool, creating oceans, and life started to emerge. Can you believe all of this happened in just a blink of geological time? 3.8 billion years ago, life as we know it began? Yep, that's right. The emergence of organisms marked the dawn of biology, and it's a story that's as fascinating as it is ancient. Imagine a world with no plants, no animals, just tiny microorganisms floating in the primordial soup. These little guys were the pioneers of life, evolving and adapting in ways we're still trying to understand today. From simple bacteria to complex ecosystems, every living thing we see now traces its roots back to those early organisms. It's mind-blowing to think that the building blocks of life started in such a simple form, setting the stage for everything that followed. 6 million years ago, our ancestors shared a common grandmother with chimpanzees? Yep, it's true. Imagine a time when humans and chimps were just branches on the same family tree. This fascinating connection shows us how evolution shaped our journey. Back then, our ancestors were living in Africa, adapting to their environment in ways that would eventually lead to the incredible diversity we see today. From walking on two legs to developing complex tools, those early changes set the stage for everything that followed. Isn't it mind-blowing to think about how closely related we are to our primate cousins? The dawn of humanity. Around 2.5 million years ago, Homo habilis emerged as one of the earliest members of our genus, marking a pivotal moment in human evolution. This period saw the advent of tool-making, with early hominins crafting simple stone tools that significantly enhanced their ability to forage for food. The development of these tools not only improved their chances of survival but also laid the groundwork for more complex social structures. As groups began to collaborate in hunting and gathering, they formed the foundations of community life. Early hominins thrived in diverse habitats, from open savannas to wooded areas, adapting to their environments in innovative ways. This transition from mere foraging to a more organized way of living set the stage for the remarkable journey of human evolution that would follow. 500,000 years ago, our distant cousins, the Neanderthals, were evolving right here in Europe and the Middle East. Imagine a world where these fascinating beings roamed the earth, adapting to their environment in ways we're still trying to understand today. Neanderthals were not just primitive cave dwellers. They were skilled hunters and gatherers, using tools made from stone and bone. They had a complex social structure, cared for their sick, and even buried their dead with rituals. Can you believe they might have even painted on cave walls? Their ability to adapt to harsh climates and their impressive survival skills show us just how resilient they were. Plus, recent studies suggest they might have interbred with early modern humans, leaving a little bit of Neanderthal in many of us today. Around 300,000 years ago, our ancestors made a game-changing discovery. They started using fire daily. Imagine the first time they gathered around a flickering flame. What a moment that must have been. Fire wasn't just a source of warmth, it transformed everything. It allowed early humans to cook food, making it tastier and easier to digest. This led to better nutrition and even brain development. Plus, fire provided protection from predators and extended their day into the night. Can you picture the first campfire stories shared under the stars? That's where community began. 13,000 years ago, a unique human species called Homo floresiensis went extinct? Imagine tiny humans, just about 3 feet tall, roaming the earth. They lived on the island of Flores in Indonesia and were known for their incredible tool-making skills. But despite their fascinating adaptations, they vanished, leaving Homo sapiens as the only surviving human species. So, what happened? Climate change, competition for resources, and possibly even interactions with our own species might have played a role. It's a reminder of how fragile life can be and how we, as Homo sapiens, are the last ones standing in a long line of human evolution. Isn't it wild to think about the diversity that once existed? The Agricultural Revolution. The Agricultural Revolution marked a transformative shift from nomadic lifestyles to settled farming communities around 10,000 BCE. This era saw the domestication of plants and animals, as early humans began to cultivate crops like wheat and barley while taming animals such as goats and sheep. This newfound ability to produce food led to significant population growth, as communities could support larger groups of people. With more stable food sources, social organization became more complex, paving the way for the development of villages and eventually cities. Key regions where agriculture first flourished include the Fertile Crescent in the Middle East, the Yangtze River Valley in China, and the Mesoamerican region. This shift not only changed how humans lived but also laid the foundation for the rise of civilizations, fundamentally altering the course of human history. The rise of civilizations. Around 3500 BCE, the rise of civilizations marked a significant turning point in human history, particularly in regions like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Indus Valley. These complex societies developed writing systems, such as cuneiform and hieroglyphics, which facilitated record-keeping, trade, and governance. The establishment of trade networks allowed for the exchange of goods and ideas, further enriching these cultures. Religion played a crucial role in unifying societies, with shared beliefs and rituals fostering a sense of community. Significant archaeological sites, such as the ziggurats of Ur in Mesopotamia, the pyramids of Giza in Egypt, and the urban layout of Mohenjo-Daro in the Indus Valley, reveal insights into their advanced engineering and social organization. These early civilizations laid the groundwork for future societies, influencing everything from politics to culture in the centuries to come. The Classical Era. The Classical Era, spanning from 500 BCE to 500 CE, witnessed the flourishing of powerful empires such as Rome, Persia, and China. This period was marked by remarkable advancements in philosophy, science, and technology, with thinkers like Confucius and Socrates shaping ethical and political thought. The development of trade routes, particularly the Silk Road, facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures, connecting distant civilizations and fostering economic growth. Key historical figures emerged during this time, including Alexander the Great, whose conquests spread Hellenistic culture, and Qin Shi Huang, who unified China and initiated significant infrastructure projects like the Great Wall. These empires not only expanded their territories but also laid the foundations for governance, law, and cultural practices that would influence future generations, making the Classical Era a pivotal chapter in human history. The Middle Ages. The Middle Ages, spanning from 500 to 1500 CE, were characterized by significant social, political, and economic changes across Europe and beyond. The feudal system emerged as the dominant social structure, where land was exchanged for loyalty and service, creating a hierarchy of lords, vassals, and serfs. The church played a central role in daily life, influencing politics and education while providing spiritual guidance. During this period, the Byzantine Empire thrived, preserving classical knowledge and producing remarkable cultural achievements, while the Islamic Golden Age saw advancements in science, medicine, and philosophy. Significant events like the Crusades not only impacted religious dynamics but also facilitated cultural exchanges between the East and West. This era laid the groundwork for the Renaissance and shaped the trajectory of European history, highlighting the complexities of human society during a time of transformation. The Renaissance and Enlightenment. The Renaissance and Enlightenment, spanning the 14th to 18th centuries, marked a profound revival of art, science, and humanism in Europe. This period saw the emergence of key figures like Leonardo da Vinci, whose masterpieces blended art and science, and Isaac Newton, whose groundbreaking work in physics laid the foundation for modern science. The invention of the printing press revolutionized the spread of ideas, allowing for the rapid dissemination of knowledge and fostering intellectual discourse. This era also introduced the concept of individualism, emphasizing personal agency and the value of the individual, which significantly influenced societal structures and cultural norms. As people began to question traditional authority and explore new ideas, the Renaissance and Enlightenment set the stage for modern thought, shaping the future of art, science, and philosophy in ways that continue to resonate today. The Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution, occurring from around 1760 to 1840, marked a monumental transformation of economies and societies through industrialization. This period saw a significant shift from agrarian economies, where agriculture was the primary source of livelihood, to industrial economies driven by manufacturing and mechanization. As factories emerged, urbanization accelerated, with millions moving to cities in search of work, leading to crowded living conditions and new social dynamics. Labor movements began to rise in response to poor working conditions and long hours, advocating for workers' rights and better wages. Technological innovations, such as the steam engine and spinning jenny, revolutionized production processes, increasing efficiency and output. While these advancements spurred economic growth, they also brought challenges, including environmental degradation and social inequality, fundamentally reshaping the landscape of society and laying the groundwork for the modern world. The Modern Era. The modern era, spanning the 20th century to the present, has been shaped by major global events and movements that continue to influence contemporary society. The impact of the world wars reshaped national boundaries and power dynamics, leading to the establishment of international organizations aimed at fostering peace. Globalization has interconnected economies and cultures, facilitating the exchange of ideas and goods but also raising concerns about inequality and cultural homogenization. Social movements advocating for civil rights and equality, such as the civil rights movement and LGBTQ+ rights, have made significant strides toward justice and inclusion. However, current challenges like climate change pose urgent threats to humanity, demanding collective action and innovative solutions. As we navigate this complex landscape, understanding these historical and ongoing influences is crucial for addressing the pressing issues of our time and shaping a sustainable future. Futuristic human civilization. Create an illustration depicting a vibrant, advanced city of the future, showcasing a blend of nature and technology. Include sleek skyscrapers with greenery integrated into their design, advanced transportation systems like flying cars or magnetic trains, and diverse communities interacting in public spaces. Highlight innovations in sustainability, such as solar panels and vertical gardens, and depict a harmonious coexistence between humans and technology, reflecting an optimistic vision of civilization's future. Conclusion. In this video, we've journeyed through the timeline of human history, exploring pivotal moments from the emergence of Homo habilis to the complexities of the modern era. We discussed the significance of the agricultural revolution, the rise of civilizations, and the transformative impacts of the Renaissance and Industrial Revolution. Each of these milestones has shaped our societies, economies, and cultures, highlighting the importance of understanding human history for gaining perspective on our future. As we reflect on how history influences current events, we encourage you to consider the lessons learned and the paths we can take moving forward. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to dive deeper into more fascinating topics, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Your support helps us create more engaging content that connects the past to the present and inspires future generations. Thank you for watching.